Alright, so today we're on a scouting mission of sorts. I'm all the way over here on the northeast side, I guess, right by University Circle. Right here is Chester, going this way. And this is East 90th. Going this way, it's Cary Court and East 90th. Now what I'm looking at today is I'm looking at these houses. There's a row of block houses going all the way up and down the street that very interesting as far as for targets for shooting drone footage. And as you can see, there's I think 6 abandoned here in various conditions. This one you can actually hear a smoke detector of some sort. This is 1893 coming this way. I'll go alongside it here. Definitely a lot of open windows. This one seems pretty secure, but there's definitely a lot of open windows. Units look to be in various condition. The person that contacted me around here, but I'm definitely what kind of footage we can get off these houses. So as we come on the back here of this building right across the street, also you note all these open windows going across. There's definitely a smell of like wet. Of wetness, like there's been some type of water leaking or some type of mold. All these windows are open for the most part. There's a couple that are boarded up. As you can see, it's like a door knocked down right there. There's another one right across the street, also abandoned. I mean, these apartments were at one time very, very desired as far as for the community goes. I mean, this was once a very affluent area back in the 40s and 50s, and even going into part of the 60s. And then the neighborhood demographics started changing about the late 60s, 70s. The demographic switch happened, obviously, as a lot of Cleveland has seen, and it switched from it switched to basically mostly African Americans, and just recently, probably in the last 20 years, these buildings started falling into serious disrepair due to ownership issues. So as you can see, these are beautiful buildings. I mean, absolutely beautiful structures, but they're just rotting. And it's sad. This one is actually wide open, as you can see. Not much is stopping you from going in there if you wanted to wander. So you can see, if you wanted to go in there, you could pretty easily. And then there's another bunch of them right here. I could literally probably spend an entire day filming here with the drones, and filming all these buildings. I mean, I could only imagine what the roofs look like. It's pretty sad though. It kind of reminds me of Chapman Avenue in East Cleveland. Very similar buildings. Also, most of those are in the absolutely unrecoverable condition. But this is Cleveland, although east side of Cleveland. Although With this area kind of building up near University Circle, these could potentially still be saved if the right buyer were to come in and renovate them, and potentially be turned into housing. I mean, it's really quiet here. There's a lot of activity in the surrounding area, but as you can see here, and all these buildings have great, these names to them. The Esplanade, they had really nice names to them, just like you see in some of the more affluent areas. This one's called the Glenola. It's got the yellow X on it, which is indicative of being possibly condemned. This one is also wide open. Oh man, I definitely got to get over here and shoot with a drone. I'm gonna get a little closer look now. I'm gonna extend the selfie stick out a little more. So you guys can get a better look at these amazing structures. These were amazingly well built, and they were built to last a long time, at least especially the main structures themselves. I don't smell anything dead per se. I do smell the definite smell of rot, which is just carpet, mold, old building smell. Let's walk over here for a minute. Probably walk right in this building. I mean, look at that. You can go right inside. And look at the street. The street's like really quiet. There's a lot of houses, a lot of people on the other side, but nothing here. This door is open right here. You can just climb right into that if you wanted to. Some of the boards are ripped open, as you can see. Just amazing. And a reminder that it's not just Slavic Village and other surrounding areas that, you have this kind of urban decay. Places like this exist inside the city of Cleveland. I mean, you can obviously crawl right into this building if you wanted to. I mean, it looks like you could almost film a zombie apocalypse movie here if you really wanted to. Yeah, it's much too dark to get the drones up right now. So I'm just kind of scouting with the camera. And what's funny is I don't think anybody really realizes these buildings are even here. I would be very surprised if people knew these buildings were back here. I mean, you have a car here. Who knows if it even belongs to anybody? I mean, if it was just ditched here. Same for this car. This right here used to be a parking lot, obviously, for the buildings. I mean, who knows if that car is still, if it was just ditched here or whatnot. But look at this. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be coming back with the drones at some point here. For reals. This is amazing. Like I said, you could easily shoot like a zombie movie here if you wanted to. It definitely would be very quiet to shoot. But let's count them down here. How many buildings are there? 1, 2, 3. Oh man. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 buildings in total make up this block that are definitely worth filming. So this is another one right here, this Edsonia. Nobody's loitered here for a long time, but you can see front door is wide open. There's definitely a sign of the, oh man, look at that. You can actually, I don't know if you can see that in the cam, you can actually see through the porch. So there's some roof damage on these buildings that would be definitely worth it to get the drone up. I might shoot this weekend. I'm not even kidding. I might shoot this weekend. This is definitely worth it. I mean, this is pretty amazing right here. I mean, amazing kind of in a sad way that these buildings exist, and you know, probably could be saved at some point. I mean, they still seem extremely structurally stable, except for maybe some roof damage and some wood damage on the framing. You can see in some of these windows, there's definitely frame damage. I keep waiting to hear like, "Warriors, come out and play!" Like there's a bunch of people hiding him or something, but doesn't seem to be anybody here. This one I don't see any roof damage, at least on the ground. This one probably smells the worst of all of them. There's definitely an odor that's coming from this. It's permeating. You could walk right in through that door right there if you wanted to. Warning, order to vacate. Property has been contains lead hazards and so declared unsafe. Can't see an issue date. It shows you how far by the lead safe initiative's been going on. I almost tripped. So most likely to save these, you would definitely have to clear all the lead and everything out of. A lot of clearance though, so shooting with a drone is gonna be pretty easy. And to show you where the progress is in this area, right down the way, if you walk this way, is right around University Circle where everything is kind of rebuilding, or at least being developed. So if you walk this way down Cary, these are all occupied buildings over here to the left. As I see a car, I feel a car coming up behind me. I'll show you. Selfie stick here. So right here is East 93rd and Chester. And then this is East 93rd, but this is close to University Circle. As you can see, these are newer buildings that are built right here where they've been developing. So this area is developing, and hopefully eventually that development hits back here to these buildings where either they're renovated or they're tore down and made way for something newer. I don't know, time will tell. But definitely want to get here soon and shoot some drone footage. So, any rate, so this is East 90th and Cary Court, or at least near there. This is East 90th, yeah, tune in very soon because I will be shooting it with drones very soon. All right, peace.